J.J. Isaacson Field. It all starts and ends today for one team on both sides. Black Sox and Blue Dogs here in the Corn Belt League playoffs. We are here in the first round, the quarterfinal. These two teams going up against each other. The Blue Dogs, the 1 seed, Black Sox, the 8 seed. As we welcome you into the booth, Sam Whittaker alongside Thomas Roth. Thomas, what do you expect to see from both teams, knowing that they're both fighting for their playoff lives tonight?
You know, it's going to be a good game. Coming into it, the Royal Blue Dogs are the number 1 seed, but the Black Sox had the best offense in the regular season and aren't too far out of 500. So it's going to be a dogfight. You know, it's hot out there. Both teams want it. The sun's going to be in the face of the outfielders all day long. So it's going to be a good game. Looking forward, maybe a pitcher's duel. Depends on how the bats get going, but I'm looking forward to see it shape up.
Absolutely, and we want to take a look at our postseason bracket so far. The only team to move on so far, the Bombers, pulling off the upset. The 7 seed beats the 2 seed. That was one heck of a matchup, Thomas. I know you got to see that one. What did you see in that game from the Bombers?
Yeah, it was an incredible game. The Bombers, their bats came alive. You know, they had big hits early on. They didn't have a lot of base runners, but when they got on base, they scored. And especially their pitcher, Urban, he played fantastic. He had bases loaded twice and got out of both innings with no runs. So, you know, their pitching was great. They played good in the sun, in the heat, and they capitalized on it, and they got rid of the number 2 crop dusters and are moving on.
Absolutely. As you can see at the top of your screen, the Blue Dogs and the Black Sox tonight's game. Tomorrow, we have coverage of Filth Ballers Red Raiders and Red Raiders Haymakers, but we want to take a look at the Black Sox offense. They're coming into tonight with that 8 seed, like we talked about, that batting average. First in the Corn Belt League, a really good batting average. That on-base percentage also really high. That slugging percentage also at the top of the league. That runs batted in at a solid 86. They're sitting in 4th. So what do you see out of their offense?
You know, this just shows you the parity within the Corn Belt League itself. The Black Sox are coming in with the 8 seed. Not an incredible record, but they have the best offense in the league. So it shows you how evenly matched all these teams really are and how good of a series this is really going to be.
Absolutely. And we want to take a look at the standout player for the Blue Dogs tonight, Will Johnson. Really been proficient at both ends. Will Johnson coming into tonight's contest and his playoff game with a 370 batting average and on-base percentage near that 500 mark, just the same with the slugging percentage, but that runs batted in 16 total. Really solid hitter at the plate. What do you expect to see from him tonight?
You know, he's got to come alive if the Blue Dogs want to capitalize on their seed and get going here. He has 27 hits in the regular season, and we'll hope to keep it alive.
Absolutely, and we'll take a break for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back in here to J.J. Isaacson Field as we get ready for our second playoff game tonight. Blue Dogs and Black Sox. If you missed our pregame shows, Sam Whittaker and Thomas Roth bringing it to you tonight. A really exciting matchup we have on tap for you. Vern Hasty, technically the coach of both these teams. He will be on the side of the Blue Dogs tonight. So a very interesting matchup. Maybe a little bit of little bit of will by the Black Sox to really perform here tonight. What do you expect to see out of them coming into this game as that bottom seed, Thomas?
Yeah, if I was the Black Sox, I'd have a chip on my shoulder, knowing that your coach chose the other team to represent here in this matchup. You know, I'd come and want to prove him wrong. You know, you're the 8th seed, but you know you can perform better than that. So come in here, knock off the 1 seed, big upset, and set yourself up for a good tournament.
Absolutely, and we take a look to the bump for the Blue Dogs. It is Garrett Seamson on the mound for the Blue Dogs. Seamson coming into tonight with 23 innings pitched, a 1.17 ERA, that whip just above 1, strikeout to ball ratio 17 to 11, a just perfect season for him so far. What do you expect to see from him tonight?
You know, it's going to be good. Our first game, that was a real pitching duel, and I'm expecting nothing less in this one. Seamson, obviously a fantastic player. He's been good the entire regular season, and, you know, that got the Blue Dogs to their number 1 seed. So if they want to continue to perform and go through this tournament the way they should, they need him to show up and have a good full game on the mound. They want him to get through at least 6 before they have to bring in someone from the bullpen.
Absolutely, as now we turn our attention to the field. Black Sox and Blue Dogs about to be underway here. Seamson on the mound and stepping in Luke Saxton, the shortstop tonight for the Black Sox. First pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1 to Saxton. Upstairs, 1-1 count.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Remember, guys, graphic is on the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you. So adjust your shots.
1-1 from Seamson. Swing right there by Saxton.
These starting pitches are crucial, especially early in the game. The batter's trying to get to know the pitcher. The pitcher's trying to feel stuff out, get himself going. So these first matchups are important.
As the 1-2 is fouled back to the fence. Keeps the count at 1-2. Seamson, 1-2 once more, is in there for strike 3. A backwards K to start the night for Garrett Seamson on the mound.
That was a great series. He put him down in just a few pitches, saving his arm and retiring that first hitter, set himself up for a good inning.
And Nick DeMonte steps up now to face Seamson. Already hot to a hot start. DeMonte playing center field tonight. Faces the first pitch he sees and grounds it over to Washburn across the diamond, a little high, but in the glove of Malone for the second out. 2 away quickly here for Seamson.
Seamson wants to preserve his arm. We saw last game, one of the pitchers went the full game, and that kind of helped his team stay in the hunt and not have to really contend with warming up pitchers and getting them in and out. So if Seamson can keep his arm fresh going into the depth of this game, it'll be good for the Blue Dogs.
So we're quickly on to Dylan Fuller, the right fielder, as he takes the first pitch down and away.
The pattern in the background with the logo.
1-0 to Fuller is not in there. Just missed the sidewall.
You said you made the logo? No, the guys who did make the logo, they made us that background. You told me you made the logo in Fire. No. You were kidding? No. What? No. I never said
So a 2-0 count for Fuller.
I never said we made our logo in Photoshop.
And he takes strike 1 right there from Seamson.
Not the logo. We're going to go 3 on 3? I could not make
Seamson doing quick work as he deals the 2-1 to Fuller,
Alex, I lost it, by the way.
as that one is fouled back.
Just come up and grab a, did you already grab a long range hit my court?
Good first few battles we're seeing from the top 3. Fuller looks to get aboard and avoid the 3-up, 3-down inning.
All right, 3, can you reset the picture? Thank you.
2-2 now from Seamson. Upstairs. moves it to a full count.
Stevenson wants to finish this batter off. You don't want to go and start a completely new matchup with the fourth hitter. Finish this one, get out of the inning, and move on.
Payoff pitch now to Fuller. That one high and shallow, little deep into center. And Barry has got a beat on it for the third out of the inning. Black Sox go quietly here in the top of the first. Blue Dogs look to start this game with anything they can get when we come back here on the Corn Belt League Network. Welcome back in here to J.J. Isaacson Field as you get a look there at the Corn Belt League logo as the playoffs are now underway. This is the second of our doubleheader tonight. Blue Dogs the 1 seed, Black Sox that low 8 seed. As T.J. Silliman gets ready to lead us off here as the DH.
So after the first pitch, go to T.J. Silliman. Taylor, yeah, that was so tough. All right. Camera 2, be ready, please. After the first pitch, I'll go to you. So after the first pitch, I'll bring in the scorebook, and then I'll go to...
That one in and over the head of Mettinger. So first pitch, one aboard already. T.J. Silliman with a lead-off single.
Stay on the pitcher. 2-1-2. 2-1-2.
So quickly, we get a look at Trevor Storer after facing that first pitch thrown. Already has one aboard. Comes into tonight with a 31 2/3 innings pitched. That ERA just above 4. That WHIP around that 1.5 range, 1.6. It's in the middle area. No one away. He has to face Washburn, the shortstop. The throw back to first. Not in time. Back standing.
You know, we talk about these hitters taking those first few pitches to kind of feel out the pitcher, and the Blue Dogs did no such thing. First pitch, right over the second baseman's head, and a man on. That's a way to start your inning.
As the next one is in there for the first strike of the at-bat. So 2 pitches from Storer with one on already. That's Silliman getting his lead off of first. And he delivers 0-1. And say that did get in there for strike 2.
It's a surprising one. That ball was kind of low. Didn't really know what was going to be called. But it goes strike.
So quickly in an 0-2 hole. Washburn swings, and that one is blooped over the head of Yeager. Silliman going to turn the corner at second and pull up to third. So quickly 2 on. Washburn advances Silliman all the way to third.
These Blue Dogs are out here to make a statement. They're the 1 seed, and they want to show you why. So the first 2 batters both on base. Now you got a man on third and first with no outs. This is a good position to be in.
Will Johnson, the second baseman tonight. If you missed our pregame show, Johnson, the player we focused on. .370 average. That on-base percentage just below 500.
1-1.
First deal from Store is in there for strike one.
2-1-2. Store's not pitching bad. He's slugging it. He's throwing strikes. Yeah, he's throwing strikes. I guess fair enough. More power to him.
Runners on the corners.
1-1.
And the 0-1 from Store. Runner in motion down to second. You're going to have no throw. Smart move there by Azevedo.
Yeah, it's just smart base running. Send your runner to second. They're not going to throw because then your runner at third would come home. So you get a free advancement, essentially.
2 reset. Pitcher, please.
So 2 in scoring position. 0-2 now.
Alright. And
Store the 0-2 to Johnson. That one grounded over Novotny. Throw home. Have Silliman in a pickle. Throw back to third. And they do tag Silliman for the out. The throw down to third not coming from Novotny.
alright, let's go 2-on-2. Hold that 2, 3.
So that gets the first out of the inning.
3, ready, 3.
There's runners on the corners again, though.
2 reset for that shot so we get the runner on first and 1. We're probably stealing.
Now batting, the catcher from Buena Vista University, number 25, Jackson Van Pelt.
Alright. 2-on-2.
We're already on to the man behind the plate. As the Blue Dogs started their effort tonight, going 3 up and 3 down. Not the same story for Stora and the Black Sox, as a runner in motion, another no throw down to second.
Yeah, same story as last time. Man at first and third. You're not going to throw down to second.
2-on-2. Ready to go 2.
Blue Dogs with some intelligent base running
2-on-2. Still on
early on. We're only in the bottom of the first.
Back to 1. Go to the hitter, please. 1-on-1.
Store deals a swing and a miss right there by Van Pelt.
Perfect. Get that shot. Remember the graphics in the bottom right corner. Graphics in the bottom right corner, Alex. Where do you want the hitter? On the left side of the screen, please. Thank you.
Store with a 1-1 now. That one popped up, and Novotny makes the grab. Great job by Dylan Novotny to get the second out now.
2 we lost you.
That was a great play. Roaming all the way over from third base, looking into the sun to the sideline fence. Great catch, now 2 outs.
1-on-1. 3 to the hitter.
So already on to Trace Mahacek.
Trace. Big dog. 3-on-3.
The Blue Dogs started hot with 2 on base right away, and now they're 2 down.
And 1-on-1.
0-0 to Mahacek is in there for strike 1. Mahacek is known for getting those clutch RBIs, and he's going to need one right here.
Still on 1. Still on 1. Go 2-on-2.
0-1 from Store. In there for strike 2.
Now Mahacek is down 0-2, and this is not a place a hitter wants to be in. He can't take any chances with balls on the outside, and he's going to have to swing for him if he doesn't want to go down looking.
Mahacek in the 0-2 hole. Store just dealing right now. He's been pumping in strikes to start this bottom of the first. Has not been hit against yet. As the next pitch is in there, no. You could see Azevedo wanted that one, thought that was in there. Store has 2 men on.
2-on-2.
No one coming in to score yet, thanks to the brilliance on defense by Dylan Novotny to throw home. Still in the same situation, though, as Mahacek faces a 1-2 and will take it low.
3-on-3.
Both those pitches were low, kind of bordering that strike zone area, and both went balls, but that's where the pitcher wants to be when he has that 0-2 count, really playing the edge of the strike zone and trying to get the hitter to swing at something or go down looking.
So Mahacek now worked the count to 2-2 after being down 0-2 to start. Faces it from Store. That one grounded right back to Saxton. The throw over to first. Got him in time. A little bobble from Saxton, but no problem. The Black Sox hold the Blue Dogs with that threat early, and we are still scoreless through 1.
Blue Dogs in the bottom of the
in here to J.J. Isaacson Field, as you see there. A little action on the bike. It is scorching out today.
That was a great shot, Colton. I want you to know
As
that.
the first deal is swung into left, and they will say it's foul.
That was Jackson Yeager
Ready, two, ready, two,
with the hit. He has a 3.82 average, 13 hits in the regular season, and 14 RBIs. Trying to get the Black Dogs started. He's part of what makes their offense #1 in the Corbell League this season.
back to 1-on-1. Thomas just said Black Dogs. Whoops.
Eager takes the next pitch outside and upstairs.
Let's go 3-on-3. Over to 4-on-4.
Seamson now in the 1-1. And that one is down low.
Get his whole body in the frame. Thank you. 3-on-3. Ready, 1-on-1.
Seamson 2-1 now. Also down low.
Alright, ready, two, on two.
Both Steamson and Storer like that low strike zone area. We saw Storer going there a lot, especially on that last batter.
So Yeager takes his walk to start his night out. The first baseman is aboard
Now batting.
and gives it over to Dane Menninger.
Community College, number 3, Dane Mediger.
Yeager gets his lead off of first.
1-on-1.
Shows bunt, but swings anyway.
3-on-3.
Dane Menninger in a 0-1 count. Here in the top of the second.
2-on-2. He's going. 1-on-1.
Deal now is down low.
Menninger, a pretty good hitter for the Black Sox, a 225 average with 9 hits in the regular season. He also has 4 sacrifice bunts. So bunting comes easy to him, as we saw him pull away in that first at-bat.
His next one is down low. This is a 2-1 count.
3-on-3. 2-on-2.
Seamson now the 2-1 swing and a miss right there by Menninger.
4-on-4. 2-on-2.
Chance here for Seamson to get his second K of the game
1-on-1. Oh my goodness. Taylor,
as he deals the
Taylor.
2-2 down low.
Canada dog, you gotta start telling people. I need to hear your voice when you start rapping in front of the camera.
And a payoff pitch from Seamson to Menninger.
3 go 3. Ready, 1 go.
Seamson the deal. In there and caught Menninger
3 with 3.
on the arm. So 2 aboard now after the walk to start it out. Menninger
Can we go tighter, please?
hit by a pitch.
Now batting. The catcher from Merced College, number 21, Joseph Azevedo.
Brings us to Joseph Azevedo.
Still on 2, so 2, 3.
Azevedo, one of the better batting averages on this Black Sox offense with a 3.64, 8 hits in that regular season.
And 2.
He's a tank. He's here to hit dingers, and he has the chance with 2 on and no outs.
The perfect opportunity. And someone you want at the plate as he shows bunt, but pulls back.
P-Stocks, get your big head out of the frame. 2-on-2. Oh, he actually listened. No, you're fine. P-Stocks a character. He's a nice guy, by the way. Maybe not.
1-0 now. Shows bunt and bunts it foul.
I didn't hear you. You gotta be loud. Guys, go away, please. 3-on-3.
So Azevedo in a 1-1 count
1-on-1.
still looks for the sack bunt.
60 live viewers, guys. Let's go.
Shows bunt. The delivery almost caught him upstairs. Watch out.
3-on-3.
Seamson put that one inside. And Azevedo was just crowding the plate, had to spin to get away from it, but almost 2 runners hit by pitches in 1 inning.
With 2 on, shows bunt. That one bunted foul. So that takes the bunt out of play for Azevedo. So has to take a chop at it now. Simpson, the 2-2. Swing and grounded over to Washburn. 6, 4, 3. Did he get him? Yes, he did. It's a double play.
Good defensive play by the Blue Dogs there, turning the double. It was close at first base, but they were able to make it happen. Azevedo just dropped it right to the shortstop there, and they capitalized.
So the double play kills the momentum, but still a man over at third. Yeager, all the way down at third with Heidenreich at the plate, the DH. As that first pitch is down low.
Cody Heidenreich hailing out of Nebraska Wesleyan University. He's the DH tonight. He has a 184 average with 2 RBIs in the regular season.
As he quickly faces the next pitch downstairs as well.
Can we go a bit tighter, please, since there's no one on first base? Perfect. 1-on-1.
Simpson, the 2-0. Heidenreich grounds that one down the third baseline and foul.
3-on-3. Ready 2, go 2.
So a 2-1 count now. Simpson comes home to Heidenreich. That one grounded over to Washburn once more. Across the diamond and in time for no trouble. So a quick 6-4-3 double play and another grounder to Washburn keeps the Black Sox scoreless here as we head to the home half of the second. Don't go anywhere here on the Corn Belt League Network. Welcome back in here as you get a look at the Blue Dogs dugout. No actual dogs out at the park tonight, unfortunately, that we can see. But we got you something.
Just some dogs in the dugout.
Just some dogs in the doghouse. So we're quickly on here to the bottom of the second. Storer out there for his second inning of work as he gets set to face Stribling, Malone, and Barry.
Both teams came alive quickly in that first inning with men on base by hits and walks, some hit by a pitch, but this game is shaping up to be a good one.
So like I said, Logan Stribling steps into the box for his first hack at it tonight. As Storer deals the first pitch, little bender. That one not finding the zone. Storer, the next one fouled off by Stribling. And this game is Shockingly, one of the more closer games that we've seen tonight, because you know the Black Sox had the chance to pull off the hugest upset.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, an 8 over a 1 seed in this Corn Belt League tournament. That would be huge. Knocking off the Blue Dogs, who were dominant all regular season. Be a big move.
The 1-2 from Store now. Checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the first base umpire. That's a backwards K.
All right, 3 on 3. Love that 3.
Now batting, the first
Hold
baseman
that right there.
from McCook Community College, number 7, Ryan Malone.
Ready 2, ready 2.
On to Ryan Malone now.
Back to 3 on 3.
Malone also known for his pitching in the Corn Belt League as he grounds that one through the gap. Ryan Malone is aboard after the leadoff strikeout.
Ready 3 on 3.
Yeah, Ryan Malone out of McCook Community College. He's pitched 23 innings with 33 strikeouts and a .91 ERA. So he's a lethal hitter, fielder, and pitcher for this Royal Blue Dogs team.
Really a do-it-all for the Blue Dogs, and they've used him all season. As we quickly see Christian Berry.
Wait, no. You have 2 get the pitcher and the.
I'm going to have 3 get the.
Berry made a
There's people on
catch
I'm just going to have
in
them
the
all.
opening
3, can we
bottom
get
half,
just
or
the
excuse
first
me, in the top half.
Just for this. Just in case they come. Yep.
lower it.
Lower it, please. 3.
A little more.
More lower. You're giving us
Store
More.
deals the 1-0 to Christian Berry.
More cold. More.
Next one inside, almost caught Berry.
Yep, there you go. A little bit more zoomed in.
There you go. Zoom in.
All right,
There
ready
you
3,
go.
ready 3 on 3.
Lead off a first. Malone.
Just come up at the half inning, please. Ready 1 on 1.
Next one in there for strike number 1.
That was my fault. We're still on 1 here.
2-1 with 1 away.
See you after this next pitch.
Deal to Barry. Malone in motion. Tips off the glove of Azevedo. So Ryan Malone moves all the way over to second now. And he's 180 feet away into scoring the first run of the ball game.
Malone got a good jump there, and even if Azevedo had gotten that ball, I don't know if he would have gunned him down at second base.
Good jump by Malone. The wheel is paid off. As a 3-1 deal now to Barry. Takes it up high. Ball 4. Barry is aboard on the walk to start his night.
Now batting, the left fielder from Edison State Community College.
Move on
number
to
6,
Manny Wells.
Wells.
Wells playing left field tonight. The bottom 3 in this hitting order is the center fielder, left fielder, and right fielder, Barry, Wells, and Butler. As the first pitch, Manny Wells sees is swung on and missed.
Wells wanted that one. He came out swinging. He swung hard. Didn't go his way, but if he had connected with that, it was going places.
Men on first and second as the next one way high. Store not pumping in as many strikes as we saw in the bottom of the first. Really a workhorse. Check to second. The deal to Wells now. That one fouled back to the fence. Man on first is Christian Berry. Man on second is Ryan Malone. As Manny Wells gets set to face the 1-2 and Store deals. Swing and a miss right there. No, that one was fouled back. Keeps the count 1-2.
Shoot, Mike, what did I say? One time I was like, just kidding. Oh, it was, I said,
Wells looks to protect here on the 1-2.
Because I had that call loaded. I had that call locked. And then he swung and he
Store deals the 1-2. Swing and a miss by Manny Wells. Second strikeout of the inning for Trevor Storr.
Now batting, the right fielder from Buena Vista
Already on to Jake Butler now. Jake Butler, one of the other proficient hitters on this Blue Dogs team. Few checks to second. Storr deals now, as that one is fouled back by Butler.
Yeah, Jake Butler, the outfielder, hailing out of Buena Vista University, a .179 average with 10 hits on the regular season, also 9 RBIs. So he creates offense, he creates scoring, and he's a good man to have up if you are the Royal Blue Dogs.
Buena Vista in the small but beautiful town of Storm Lake, Iowa. As the throw back to second, diving, Malone is in there.
Malone has to be careful. You don't want to end the inning on an out at second base there with the pickoff move. Keep a runner alive and give yourself a chance at scoring something.
The 0-1 with 2 away, Storr deals. And fouled back by Butler. Moves the count to 0-2 now.
Turn off that ball to the nearest dugout, or take to the front gate for your choice of bubblegum or freezy pop.
Storr looks to put away Jake Butler in his first plate appearance here tonight. Malone on second as the next pitch is upstairs.
3-on-3.
Malone on second, Barry on first. Inning started with a swinging strikeout from Logan Stribling. Malone aboard with a base hit, a walk by Barry, and another strikeout by Manny Wells.
Ready, one.
As the 1-2 from Storr, no, that one just not in the zone.
Ready, 4-on-4.
As you said earlier, Storr throwing considerably fewer strikes this inning than we saw at the bottom of the first, and that's resulted in less offense from the Blue Dogs. But Storr trying to get out of this one with only one man on.
As he deals the 2-2, swing and a miss by Jake Butler. Trevor Storr gets 3 strikeouts in the inning after 2 aboard. Trevor Storr keeps the Blue Dogs quiet as we head to the third. Don't go anywhere here on the CBLN. Welcome back in here to J.J. Isaacson Field. Shot there of the vintage scoreboard. As we welcome you back in to the top of the third, we get ready to begin the third. We are on to Aiden Eklund.
Ready, 3-on-3. Up top.
Oh yeah, baby.
Ready, 1-on-1.
Little stylistic choice on the batting gloves as that one popped up into foul ground to the right, and the grab is made by Ryan Malone for the first out of the third.
Good play by Malone coming from first base into the gravel path by the fence, getting that one out and starting the inning off right with a good pop out.
Already on to Dylan Novotny now, the Porterville College man, also known for pitching. Proficient in both the field and on the mound as he faces 0-0 and fouls that one back.
I like the foul balls we're seeing this game. That means the batters are fighting. They're getting in there. They're swinging the bat. They're trying to make some offense happen. Trying to make it an entertaining game for us in the booth.
And Seamson deals the next one, chopped foul to the left. This game has already been so tightly contested, both sides getting on base. It's not just a runaway for the Blue Dogs shutting out the Black Sox, but the Black Sox are also doing a really solid end on the mound and in the field. As the 0-2 upstairs almost catches Novotny. The 1-2 now, Seamson. Down low, no bite from Novotny.
Seamson trying to bait him into swinging to get that third out, or that third strike, excuse me, but he stays in there, and it'll be 2-2.
Already on to the 2-2. The deal from Seamson, no, inside but low. See a payoff pitch from Seamson and Novotny, the two pitchers. Payoff pitch to Novotny. That one fouled and out of play.
That's the third foul ball of this at-bat. He's in there. He's chopping away. Let's see if he can make something happen here. Full count.
Who wins the battle is the deal from Seamson outside in on Novotny. Novotny wins the battle with a walk to start us out here.
Now batting, the left fielder from York University, number 7, Dominic DeMaro.
Move on to Dominic DeMaro now. DeMaro out and left tonight.
DeVaro out of York University, a 208 average with 2 RBIs in the regular season.
Is the dive back by Novotny. He's in there easily. As you saw, if you missed it in the pregame show, the Black Sox do have the highest batting average out of all the teams in the Corn Belt League. Just can't find ways to finish the job. As an 0-1 count now to DeMaro. Anyone not from Nebraska. York University located out in western Nebraska. The next one is outside.
Yeah, the Corn Belt League does a great job of combining players from all over the state of Nebraska and neighboring communities, bringing them in here to play some great summer ball and give them an opportunity to advance.
A lot of diverse schools as the next pitch is upstairs and outside. Seen players from California like Cal Miramar. No true ending to where how far these players come from. 2-1 now. DeMaro pulls back the bunt attempt. It's 3-1.
I know they want to advance the runner at first base to second, try to get him in a scoring position. The team that scores first has a lot of momentum, especially in a pitcher's duel like this.
So the 3-1 is down low and outside. 2 aboard now on back-to-back walks.
Not a great start. Top of the third for Seamson. Pitched good in the first 2, but this one, 2 walks in a row. Might be time to go out and talk to him. Maybe calm him down, see if he can say something.
As we move on to Luke Saxton. Turning over the lineup card. Saxton struck out looking to begin the game. The 0-0 now in there for strike one.
Let's go 2-on-2. Ready, 2-on-2.
Man off a first is DeMaro. Novotny off a second.
We just lost 12 concurrents in a row.
Check back. Saxton doesn't bite at that one. Got away from Van Pelt.
Ready, 3-on-3. Send it, dog.
In a 1-1 count, Saxton looks to move over Novotny
Get physical.
and DeMaro.
I think we can take those three guys in the fight too.
Show them.
The 1-1 to Saxton. That one popped up
Pop, foul.
over to the right side. Malone has got it. That's the second out now here in the top of the third. Crucial.
Seamson charged in to get that one, and his first baseman, Ryan Malone, called him off and said, no, no, that's me, that's me.
Now, the center fielder.
Ready,
But a great play nonetheless, and now it's 2 down.
Move on to Nick DeMonte now. DeMonte grounded over to Washburn in his first appearance. DeMonte known for being a clutch hitter. Shows bunt, gets it down the third baseline. They call foul.
That would have been the perfect bunt to advance runners and almost get to first safely to load the bases. Nevertheless, went foul, but good effort.
As you see the slow walk there by DeMonte back to the plate. It's like missing a trash ball shot when you throw the paper to the trash can in the classroom and you miss, and you have to do the walk of shame over to pick it up and throw it away.
I wish I could say that's never been me, but unfortunately my basketball skill is not quite there.
Maybe have a few beers at the
As DeMonte faces the next pitch outside and low, it's 1-1 now to the center fielder.
Still on two. Ready, 2-on-2. Sorry, not still on two. I meant to say ready, 2-on-2.
With 2 away, 2 men aboard.
Ready, 1-on-1.
DeMonte swings that one into center and over the head of Barry. That's going to score 2 runs. DeMonte pulls up at second. DeMonte has a bases clearing double. The Black Sox strike first for 2 here in the top of the third.
That was awesome. That's the Black Sox offense at work. They got men on base, and with 2 outs, a big one over the head of the center fielder brings 2 home. The Black Sox draw first blood and are up 2-0.
Nick DeMonte continues his clutch hitting. The York man has given the Black Sox a 2-0 lead here against the #1 seeded Blue Dogs.
Ready, 3-on-3. 2 reset hitter, please.
We move on to Dylan Fuller, who looks to get his day started at the plate. A 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Dogs in the first, but nothing since. Had a bit of struggles in the second. And now after back-to-back walks from Novotny DeMaro, the pop-up by Saxton got them that second out, but the 2-out rally by DeMonte gives them the 2-0 lead.
Ready, 1-on-1.
The deal to Fuller's in there for strike one.
It's a good 16 Ready, 2-on-2. Maybe Jaden Taylor's one.
Fuller in a 1-1 count.
Imagine it.
DeMonte on second. Seamson deals that one outside.
I don't know. He's probably working right now, actually. He's in Kalamazoo or the Northwoods League working for the Kalamazoo Growlers. Yeah.
It's a 2-1 count
Yeah, their season goes.
to the right fielder. 2 away, the deal to Fuller. Swing and grounded over to Malone. Malone will do it himself for the 3rd out, but not before the Black Sox strike for 2 on a Nick DeMonte double. Black Sox lead the #1 seeded Blue Dogs as we head to the home half of the 3rd. welcome back in. We get ready to start the bottom of the third. If you just missed it, Black Sox strike for 2 on a Nick DeMonte double after walks to Novotny and Demaro. Costly for the Blue Dogs as Storr goes out to face TJ Silliman for his 3rd inning of work.
We saw Storr throw a lot of strikes in that first inning. Second inning, not so much. More balls. So we'll see what he has in store for us this inning.
As the first deal to Silliman bounces away and low. Silliman singled to start out the bottom of the first. 2 hits from Washburn and Johnson had advanced him all the way to home, but he was thrown out by Novotny as Storr deals upstairs to Silliman. Silliman the DH. Silliman got the red gear as that next pitch is fouled off. Yeah, TJ Silliman got the red gear from Northwestern College, where he hails from. 2-1 now to Silliman. Takes strike 2. Storr might be starting to pump strikes back in there. Knows he has a lead to go out there and work with. Deal now, Silliman fouls that next one off.
When Storr throws strikes, the Blue Dogs hit him. Remember that first inning, those first 2 pitches he threw, back-to-back hits. So we know the Blue Dogs have some action. They just need to make it happen.
In a 2-2 count to lead it off, Silliman grounds and fouls that one back to the left. It's Silliman, Washburn, and Johnson due up. All 3 got on base to start the game. As the next pitch is low, moves it to a full count now. Storr, 3-2 now to Silliman. Swing and a miss. Did he go? No, he did not, says the first base umpire. Silliman is aboard on a walk to start it out here in the 3rd.
That was a good check swing by TJ Silliman. A 3.41 batting average for him. He's a great hitter on this Blue Dogs team. And now it'll bring up number 10, Carter Washburn, for the Blue Dogs. He's at a Buena Vista University, a 2.60 average with 9 RBIs in the regular season.
The shortstop had a few plays come his way already tonight as he turned a double play earlier. The throw back to first, he's in safely, easily. Check on Silliman at first. First pitch now in there for strike number 1 to the shortstop Washburn. Blue Dogs already down here to start the bottom of the 3rd. With a man on. Throw back to first. Silliman on a dive is back. Wish we could bring you our Ethan McCormick call cam. Can't wait to see you, Ethan. Long wait, another throw back to first. Silliman is back on a dive once more.
These pitchers are paranoid of stolen bases. They don't want to give up anything for free.
Deal now. Silliman in motion. Throw down to second. No sliding glove tap. Silliman advances all the way up to second. It's a stolen base.
Ready, 3 on 3, 2 reset, please. And ready, 4.
Washburn in a 1-1 count. Storer comes home with it. That one upstairs. Ball 2 now.
Gonna hang 1 here, first pitch.
Silliman off of second. The 2-1 now. Down low. All 3.
3-1 count. This favors the hitter. You can kind of lay back and let things go if they look like they're on the edge of the strike zone. Maybe get a free walk and get on base.
It's been a long at-bat for Washburn. It's the check to second. Throw back to second. Silliman on a dive. He's back again.
2-2.
Trying to catch the Blue Dog DH sleeping. They can't do so. Couple of throwbacks.
Silliman was far off on that one. He got a little cocky.
Ready, 1 on 1.
Wasn't quite sure.
3-1 now. Washburn grounds it over to Saxton. Throw on to third. Got him in time. Smart play right there. But a man on to first.
Don't know why Stillman took off right where that ball was going to be hit to. He didn't have to. There was no force. He could have waited it out and forced the shortstop to throw to first, but instead he got the tag play at third.
2 pitcher, please.
As Will Johnson digs back in for his second hack at it tonight. Washburn off of first now. No one else aboard with 1 away. As Johnson popped up into foul. Yeager's got a beat on it. That's the second out now here in the bottom of the third.
Now,
1, you can reset,
the
please.
catcher from Buena Vista University,
Still
number
on 2.
25,
3,
Jackson
reset, please.
Van
3 resets the pitcher, please.
Move on now to the man behind the plate, Jackson Van Pelt.
All right, ready, 1,
Pelt
1, 2
popped
here.
up to Novotny his first time up. Faces ball 1 to start out. Blue Dogs look to get back into this game after trailing to start the bottom of the third.
Ready, 1 on 1.
Deal now. High pop up over to first. Yeager's got another one.
Ready, 2
And they keep the Blue Dogs scoreless here, keeping them in check. Store goes through 3 scoreless. We'll see if the Black Sox can add on to their lead when we return here on the CBL end. back in here.
Jackson Yeager.
Jackson Yeager gets ready to begin the fourth. Black Sox look to add on to their 2-0 advantage. As Simpson's first deal here in the third is down low.
Yeager, the first baseman for the Black Sox, had 2 pop-out catches just in that last inning. Helped the Black Sox end the third.
The next one bounces away from Van Pelt behind the dish.
Yeager also with a .382 batting average, a part of what makes this Black Sox offense so special.
Next one in there for strike one. Another one down low. It's 3-1 now to the first baseman. 3-1. Grounded and shot down the third baseline foul. Due up in the inning, Yeager, Whittaker, and Azevedo. Payoff pitch is down low. Yeager is aboard to start it out here in the fourth.
Simpson did not want that to be a ball. He was challenging the call a little bit. Not enough to really make an issue of it, but he thought that was in there.
As we move on to Whittaker. Yeager gets his lead off of first. The 0-0 swing and a miss right there by Whittaker. Dane Whittaker hit by a pitch in his last outing. As a bunt over to third in time to Malone. So the sack bunt advances Yeager to second.
That sack bunt could pay off for them, depending on how Joseph Avito hits right here. With no outs, a sack bunt's a pretty good bet. Advance your man to second. Anything in the outfield essentially scores him, which would put the Black Sox up 3-0.
Avito with one away. Man off of second is Yeager. Takes the 0-0 down low. Huge chance right here. Azevedo to bring home that third run as he swings and misses at that one. Lost the handle on it.
It's like his bottom hand let go of the bat, and he was swinging with one hand.
Some hitters do have that one-handed swing, although I would think it's easier to do it with the two hands, but that's just from my personal experience. As he faces strike two now. Down in the count. Simpson looks to put him away on the 1-2. Deals down low for ball two. Huge chance for Simpson to get that second out. Wants to strand Yeager if he can. 2-2. Outside. It's a full count now to the catcher. Payoff pitch now to the catcher. Outside. Azevedo is aboard. Second walk of the inning.
That walk right there negates the sacrifice bunt. We saw earlier as he would have gone a second anyways, but
First base for the University of Northwestern Ohio, number 18, Robert Archer.
As Robert Archer comes in to pinch run. Out at first. So Heidenreich
Now batting the designated
takes
hitter
strike
for
one.
Wesleyan University, number 27, Cody Heidenreich.
Heidenreich 0 for 1 so far tonight. 0-1 now to Heidenreich is outside for ball one. Two men on, first and second with one away. Heidenreich takes ball two low.
Ready, 2 on 2.
2-1. If Heidenreich wants one, he can take it here. He's got something to give.
Faces the 2-1 and takes strike two. Heidenreich looking to protect here. See if he can push it to a full count like in the last at-bat. As that one is grounded over to Washburn. Throw across the diamond in time.
That ball died in the infield grass. Carter Washburn really had to chase after it to get it, throw it to first. But now the Black Sox, have a runner at second and third. And up is Aiden Eklund out of Southwestern Community College, a 206 average, 6 RBIs in the regular season, looking to make it 2 more. With 2 outs, these runners are going on anything, so they're going to have a good jump to get home.
Looks to bring in some insurance for the Black Sox here. As he swings and grounds it over to Johnson. Easy throw over to Malone. That's the third out here in the top of the fourth. Blue Dogs look to respond after being held silent back in the third. Look to respond as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
2 men left.
We welcome you back in here. Bottom of the fourth. As Storr looks to keep the Blue Dogs in check here. We see Trace Mahacek for the second time tonight.
Ready, 1 on 1.
Mahacek gets ready to begin the bottom of the fourth for this Blue Dogs team. As he faces first pitch low.
After the first inning, we are yet to see the Blue Dogs really come alive with their bats. They had 1-2 right off the bat to start the game and yet to see much else. So we'd like to see them come alive and really show us they're the 1 seed like they claim they are.
As Mahacek faces the next one very high.
Ready, 2 on 2.
Haven't seen any bullpen action yet from both sides.
They're content to let their starters take this game as far as they can go. With this being the start of the tournament, there's no need to use an arm that you could potentially save for a later game down the road.
As already the first pitch strike, in a 2-1 counts, the first strike of the at-bat. Store 2-1 now, upstairs for 3-1. Whittaker had a chance to bring in a couple of runs in his first at-bat, couldn't do so. So he faces 3-1, not in the zone, ball 4. Whittaker leads us off with a walk.
Now batting.
Both Storer and Seamson have been very willing to walk people. Not willing, but they've been walking quite a few batters, given free bases. Nobody's quite taken advantage of it yet, but the option is there.
As we move on to Logan Stribling, and we will have action in the Black Sox bullpen.
It's number 33, Aaron Archer, who will step up to get warmed up at a Bluffton University.
Blue Dogs still silent in their pen. It's 1-0 now to Stribling. Stribling takes ball 2 now.
Perfectly fried chicken. EFC. I got a one-piece chicken thigh and one chicken wing and fries for $3. I don't know why. But I thought it was $3.5. It's pretty greasy.
2-0 now.
Very greasy, actually.
Also upstairs, it's 3-0.
Ready 2-on-2. I really like the name.
Third baseman Stribling out of the University of Health Science and Pharmacy has a .283 batting average with 13 hits and 7 RBIs in the regular season. He's been
As he faces 3-0 and takes the first strike.
All right.
3-1 now. Stribling doesn't bite, but still in the zone. Have a full count. Stribling struck out swinging his first time, the check swing. As that one grounded over. Do they get the double play? Yes, they do. They turn it for 2.
a great scoop catch there by Jackson Yeager at first base to secure it. He's been playing phenomenally this game, and he helped secure the double play there.
A 4-6-3 double play kills the momentum, but brings up Ryan Malone. What a huge 2 outs for the Black Sox. Malone grounds it over to Novotny across the diamond with the arm in time. Quickly 3 away after a double play and the throw across the diamond. The Blue Dogs are still held in check and need to get going here as we move on to the 5th. welcome back in as we get a look at a tree.
Appreciating the nature here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Appreciate the look at that one, Taylor. As Novotny chops a first pitch foul. Shout out to all our cameramen tonight and everyone in the booth. Doing a lot of hard work tonight. The first game felt like 111, it said. Starting to cool down now. Only feels like 104.
Only 104. Big 7-degree difference.
Sun is starting to go down. So you can probably see on your screen a few lighter areas as Novotny takes the second strike now.
Those outfielders probably thanking their lucky stars that the sun went down when it did, so that they don't have to deal with it too much.
First game must have been a doozy, as the next one rides inside, doesn't catch Novotny, bounces off the catcher's glove. Novotny 2-2. Looking to get something going here for the Black Sox and try to add on to that lead. As Novotny takes a chop at one into left. That one, diving slide. Yes, he did. What a beautiful grab.
That was a great catch by Manny Wells. He tracked that all the way over into left center field, slid in, caught it. Great play for the first out of this inning.
Manny Wells with the sliding grab. A lot of work put into that first out as we move on to Dominic DeMauro. DeMauro faces the first pitch outside.
Dominic DeMauro, some great style. He's got matching gloves and cleats, both light baby blue.
As that one flown into left, but another easy grab for Manny Wells. He's doing it all this inning. Two quick flyouts to Manny Wells. The first one flashier than the second, but we move on back to the top of the order to Luke Saxton.
Manny Wells says, yeah, I can take it. I'll put the team on my back. And has 2 outs at the top of the 5th.
Do we see a third? Very possible, as Saxton can pull to that left side of the outfield. 1-0, that one grounded to Washburn across the diamond in time. No, that one out of the glove of Malone. So the inning stays alive on the air.
Malone stretched there, but he just couldn't quite handle that one hopper that was given to him, and it bounced over. Luckily, didn't take any extra bases, but what could have been an inning-ending out turned into a single.
So we move on to Nick DeMonte, the absolute most clutch hitter in this Corn Belt League. Got the party started for the Black Sox with a 2-out double to bring in 2 runs. With 2 away, DeMonte takes strike 1.
That was a great pitch right down the middle. I think maybe DeMonte would have taken that, but instead he chooses to wait.
0-1 to DeMonte. Man off a first, the throw back is in time. Nothing doing there. Good swing down on the glove by Malone, just not at that exact moment. Novotny gets his lead. That one is grounded and foul.
Almost fielded by the third base coach there, but he couldn't quite get his hands on it.
Excuse me, that's Saxton on first. DeMonte, clutch hitter with 2 away, 0-2 count. Lead off of first Saxton. Does DeMonte have some more magic? Grounds that one over to Stribling. Throw across the diamond is a long one, And a good snag by Ryan Malone for the third out here in the top of the fifth.
Malone made up for that error there earlier, and he one-hopped that one to end the inning. So no damage by his error early.
Move on now into the home half of the fifth. Don't go anywhere here on the CBL end. Welcome back in here. Black Sox still lead the Blue Dogs 2-0. As we take it to the bottom of the fifth, Sam Whittaker and Thomas Roth here bringing the action to you tonight. On behalf of our amazing crew, thank you for tuning in. Christian Berry gets us started here in the bottom of the fifth. First one low.
Christian Berry, the outfielder out of Mount Marty University, has a 1.50 batting average, 6 hits in the regular season, also 8 sack bunts. Not relevant here, but just some stats coming off a good regular season.
You walked in his first plate appearance as he takes the next one for a strike. Christian Berry looks to get his day started. And a 2-1, he laces high into left. Calling off everyone as Damaro for the first out here in the bottom of the fifth.
There were 3 players all converging on that, the left fielder, shortstop, and third baseman, but left fielder takes priority, calls him off, and gets it for that good out.
Move on now to Manny Wells. Manny Wells had 2 great catches. The first one greater than the other in the last half inning, a sliding out on the Novotny. So he gets ready to face Storr again. Takes strike 1. Wells 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging. Back in the second. Takes the next one quickly down low. A little bit of momentum pickup by Storr. Dealing a little bit more quicker now. Next one is low. Still have no action in either bullpen. Swing and a miss by Wells. Moves the count to 2-2 now for the left fielder. 2-2 to Wells. That one fouled back and over.
Fans, we ask that you please turn off foul balls. We'll take to the front gate for a piece of bubblegum or freezy pop.
You might have been able to hear bubblegum or freezy pops the option for returning foul balls tonight.
With this heat, that freezy pop is sounding better and better. Might have to go find me a foul ball.
I have to go hunt one down. As we move on to a payoff pitch, the deal. Fouled back.
Wells fighting to stay alive in this at-bat. Full count. That's the second foul ball.
3-2-1 out on the scoreboard.
Ready, 2 on 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, no one aboard.
Ready, 1 on 1.
Store to Wells. 3-2 upstairs. Wells is aboard.
Ready, 3 on 3. Keep track.
So a leadoff walk in the bottom of this 5th inning. Wells is on base. Wells has some speed. We saw him in the outfield earlier, so he's a good base runner to have. I would not be surprised if he tried to jump and get a second base here.
As we move on to Jake Butler. Dangerous hitter in the Blue Dogs lineup. Although the final season average doesn't show it, that 179 average. Don't mistake Butler, as he is a very solid hitter if he gets anything in the zone.
Yeah, that's right. 9 RBIs. He's here to create scoring, and that's what he has the chance to do with Wells on base.
Ready, 1 on 1.
Faces the 0-0, but never mind, a throwback to first.
TJ, when we cut away from you, please move down.
It's under. But not yet. Not yet. Not. TJ, we said when we cut away from you.
Middle of nowhere. Like literally, I drove 2.5 hours.
You listen?
Now we will see the 0-0. Shows bunt. Pulls back. No run over from Wells.
They want Wells at second. They know his wheels can score on most anything in the outfield, and they're willing to bunt to do it.
Wells got 2 stolen bases to end the regular season. Looks to get his first here in the CBL playoffs. Butler fouls the next one back. Here's a foul ball for you to go hunt down.
There's an army of little kids running around hunting for those foul balls. They want that freezy pop.
Good competition. You always see good competition on the field, and even if the game on the field isn't as competitive, it is for chasing foul balls.
Oftentimes, that's the more entertaining game to watch.
Check back to first. Diving is Wells.
Nice little 80 viewer count right now, boys. We're doing pretty well. I bet you Ethan McCormick.
1-1 here. Jake Butler at the dish.
Ready, 1 on 1.
Butler, the 1-1, faces the throw down to second. Not in time. In and out of the glove of Saxton. It's a
Good.
stolen base.
Good speed by Wells to get there, and it was a good throw by the catcher, Jason Azevedo, but Wells was in there in time, and the ball just kind of one-hopped out of the glove of the shortstop. It's now a man at second.
So Manny Wells over at second. In scoring position, a good chance for Butler as he faces strike 2. Going to make it a bit tougher now.
Wells needs to remember he's not in a force out here, so anything kind of coming to that shortstop area, he can wait out and not get caught getting tagged out at third.
A few checks to second. Butler takes us to a full count here.
Ready, 2 on 2. Still on you.
Store has gone through 5 without anything against him. On the payoff pitch to Butler, down low, he gives up the walk. That's back-to-back walks. First to Manny Wells, next to Jake Butler. And a chance for TJ Silliman, but we see a mound meeting.
Just hold it there. It's going to be a mound meeting.
They're talking to Trevor Storer, want to calm him down. As we see the bullpen for the Black Sox, number 20, Tyler Dunham, out of Midland University. Looks like he's standing up to warm up a little bit. They're not quite done with Storer yet, but they want to be ready in the case that he doesn't turn things around.
Seen Dunham play a lot of his time over at third. The hot corner. Dunham very sharp on that hot corner. So the Midland man warms up in the pen. And as everyone heads back almost. to their respective positions.
The Blue Dogs have something cooking this inning. 2 men on, only 1 out, and a good portion of their lineup coming up. This is something they want to capitalize on. They haven't scored yet, and at the bottom of the 5th, only 2 innings left. They're running out of chances to do it.
So a huge chance for TJ Silliman to tie this game.
Silman, nine RBIs, so he's been doing it all regular season. Let's see if he can continue the work in the postseason.
As a high fly to right, Fuller gives way, makes the catch, tagging up at second, and advancing all the way to third, Manny Wells. Runners on the corners now. Wells at third, Butler at first. So the sac fly moves Wells even closer to scoring.
Now batting, the shortstop from Buena Vista University, number 10, Carter Washburn.
Move on to Washburn once more, the shortstop.
Washburn has a .260 batting average. He's a good hitter and one of the more athletic defenders on this team. So let's see if he can show up and make something happen, score even one, get him within striking range.
Washburn 1 for 1 today with a single back in the third. Huge chance right here. Has to fight the 2 outs. Store deals strike 1.
Washburn's smart to let that strike go away. It was down and low. He was trying to get it started with a ball, but he'll take a strike.
0-1 outside now.
Ready, 3 on 3.
1-1. Man off at first is Butler. Wells at third. Next pitch is upstairs. Huge chance for Washburn to bring in a run that cuts the deficit in half. Washburn and Store. The 2-1 to Washburn. That one laced but foul. That one hit the light pole. What a shot by Washburn.
The light pole counts as a home run, right? He wishes, not quite.
Just in foul ground. Absolute tank. Way out in front of it, though. Needs to just slow down that swing. Triple twos on the board. 2-2 with 2 away. Runner in motion down to second. That one is high. Butler up to second with a no throw. 2 men in scoring position. Washburn looks to provide some magic here.
This is the biggest position Store has been in all game. If he can get out of this with no runs allowed, it'd be huge for the Black Sox chances.
Payoff pitch with 2 away. Down low, bases loaded.
Great eyes there by Washburn to just let that one go at his feet. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 14, Will Johnson, out of Mount Marty University. One of the highest batting averages on this team, a .370. And he'll look to score 1 or 2.
Took a look at him in the pregame segment, but bases are loaded. Trevor Store in a jam. Action still in the Black Sox bullpen. Dunham to come in if necessary. Next one, grounded up the middle, finds a hole, no throw. The Blue Dogs have cut the deficit in half and now only trail by 1.
That was number 3, Dan Mediger, the second baseman for the Black Sox, who was able to knock that ball down before it got to the outfield. No outs, but still, Blue Dogs only scored 1 as opposed to 2, so a good play by him and a great hit by Will Johnson to score 1.
Jackson Van Pelt now the catcher. 0 for 1 already. With 2 away, bases loaded. Takes ball 1 up high.
Remember, the Black Sox have Tyler Dunham warming up in the bullpen, so if Storer gets in another pickle here, they might switch out hitters. Or pitchers, excuse me.
Next one fouled back. Really underestimated play by Dane Mediger there. If Mediger doesn't get a glove on that one is into the outfield and probably scores the tying run. May not matter if Van Pelt can produce something here. Van Pelt, 1-1. Storer with 2 away deals. Fouled back.
He's staying alive there. 2 fouls in a row. He wants a piece of this ball. Just got to straighten it out.
Huge opportunity with 2 away. Van Pelt, bases loaded, faces the 1-2. High pop-up. And no, Azevedo cannot make the grab on it. Thought that one may have come all the way to the press box, but still in play. Keeps us at a 1-2 count. Van Pelt looks to battle.
These Black Sox infielders are playing really far back. They're okay with a ground ball in front of him, but they want to be able to cover that lower outfield, not let anything drop right behind them.
Force at any base. The 1-2. Storer gets his sign and comes home. Van Pelt, high and shallow into left, and a grab for Luke Sexton. Saves the Black Sox from possibly giving up the tying run. They look to go back up and advance that lead. And we will move on to the 6th. Don't go anywhere here on the Corn Belt League Network. Back in here as we move on to the 6th. Black Sox still hold the lead as they look to hold off the Blue Dogs, a chance to add insurance. See Max Coughlin there, former broadcaster with the Corn Belt.
Seamson is still on the mound for the Blue Dogs as he delivers, and it'll be a hit to second base right off the bat, but an easy out there.
Flip over from Johnson to Malone. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th.
Now, the first baseman from McCook Community College, number 41, Jackson Yeager.
Jackson Yeager is up for the Black Sox. Yeager at McCook Community College has a .382 average with 14 RBIs. So one of the best hitters on this Black Sox team.
Yeager already in a 1-0 count. Next one, high pop-up. Malone says he's got it, and he does for the second out now. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Seamson mowing right through the Black Sox quickly.
Yeah, Seamson must be loving this, saving his arm. He's thinking maybe he can go one more inning. And the Blue Dogs are thinking it too. They have nobody even near the bullpen to warm up. They're content with their pitcher.
Isn't the same for the Black Sox, as we also see Dylan Novotny in the pen now.
Yeah, it's the 3rd pitcher they've warmed up. So they're kind of unsure of who they're going to go with. We'll see who they trot out next inning.
As the second is low. Whittaker with 2 away. Faces 2-0 from Seamson and fouls it back to the right. Chance for a freezy pop right there. 2-1 now. In there for strike 2.
Not funny. Didn't laugh.
Dane Mediger, 2-2. Swing and a miss by Mediger. Quick work from Seamson brings the Blue Dogs back up in a jiffy. We'll see if they can tie this game and keep their season hopes alive when we come back here on the Corn Belt League Network. Welcome back in here. Trevor Storr goes out for the bottom of the 6th. So we welcome you back to J.J. Isaacson Field. Sam Whittaker, Thomas Roth bringing it to you. On behalf of our incredible crew, thank you once more for tuning into tonight's matchup. Second of our doubleheader tonight in the quarterfinals. We'll see 2 more tomorrow. Haymakers Red Raiders and Rail Riders Filth Ballers.
It's the best name I think I've ever heard, the Filth Ballers.
Filth Ballers are the reigning champions, I believe.
With a name like that, as they should be. As they should be.
Swing and a miss by Mahacek. Huge swing there. Mahacek wants to bring this game back to a tie game within 1 swing.
Despite a multitude of pitchers warming up in their bullpen, the Black Sox have gone back to Storer, and he's still in the game pitching for them at the bottom of the 6th.
1-1 now from Storer to Mahacek is outside and low. 2-1 now. Whittaker doesn't bite.
With someone else. We'll try it. Or is that a cold? Are you here tomorrow? Oh, are you calling game?
Whittaker now in a 3-1 count against Store. Faces it, swings and misses at it.
Go down and tighter, please.
That was a safe one to swing and miss at. 3-1. You knew it had to be in the zone somewhere. And if you made contact, perfect. If not, you go back to a full count.
Pay off pitch. Store deals to Whittaker. Outside, Whittaker is aboard. Starting it off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Blue Dogs with a walk.
And here comes the Black Sox coach. That looks like it's going to be the end of Storer for this game.
So we will take a break and bring you the new arm when we come back here on the Corn Belt League Network. Don't go anywhere. Bring you back in as Tyler Dunham takes over on the mound for Store. Store gets through and starts the bottom of the 6th, but gets taken out after a leadoff walk to Trace Whittaker. A good night for him.
Your attention, please. Now pitching
Dunham
for the Black
more
Sox
known for his hitting.
University, number 20, Tyler Dunham. Now batting the third baseman.
Yeah, Trevor Storer had a good run. He went through almost full 6, but after that walk to start it off, Black Sox coaches decided that they were better running someone else in there.
As we'd seen a few pitchers get loosened up in the pen. First Dunham, then Novotny. As the first pitch rides a little inside. It's 1-0. Whittaker with his lead over at first. The Black Sox looking to keep the Blue Dogs down as the next one grounded to Novotny, but foul, excuse me, and we have a change in the field. That is Eklund over at third now.
Your attention, please. Now playing third base, number 29, Aiden Eklund.
So Aiden Eklund starts the third at third, starts at third here in the bottom of the 6th. As a throw back to check Whittaker. He's in a dive. Dribbling it, takes the next one outside. It's 2-1.
We got action in the Black Sox bullpen, number 15.
Still more action in the Black Sox bullpen. Dylan Novotny back out warming up again as the throw back to first. Whittaker is back.
Hey, there's a courtesy runner, number 1.
We do have a courtesy runner over at first. That is Samuel Peterson. He's got himself a singular stolen base on the season. As the next one grounded through the 5 and 6 gap. Saxton couldn't get his glove on that. The Blue Dogs have 2 on now, and maybe cooking here with something.
Let the dogs cook. Man on 1, man on 2.
Your attention, please. Now running
First baseman
from Midland University, number 1,
Ryan Malone is coming up to hit.
now batting the first baseman,
So a huge chance for Malone now
Ryan Malone.
to bring us back to even.
No.
Blue Dogs still have the bottom of the 7th if they need it. They might not. As the first pitch he sees is fouled to the left.
Blue Dogs were alive early in the first. Nothing in those middle innings, but now in the 5th and the 6th, their bats have started to come alive. And the Black Sox, we haven't seen much of anything since that 2 run scored in the 3rd inning. So it looks the momentum is starting to shift.
The 0-1 to Malone is outside. Faces the 1-1, but that one upstairs.
Malone saved that. He half checked his swing, and it was called no swing, so it's 2-1.
Man on first and second. Swing down the third base line through the glove of Eklund. Coming around third and scoring is Peterson with a slide. We are tied at 2.
Blue Dogs bats have truly come alive, and they're showing us why they are the number 1 seed right now.
Ryan Malone with a base hit RBI has tied us here at 2. After the Blue Dogs trailed, they have tied us here in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to have another mound meeting, and we will see another arm change. We'll bring it to you when we come back here. Welcome back in. Dylan Novotny takes the bump for the Black Sox. Novotny comes in after finishing the regular season with 37 innings, 2/3 as well. 41. 3.73 ERA, 1.29 whip, 34 Ks. And he gets set to face the dangerous Blue Dogs lineup with Christian Berry.
Now batting the center fielder from Mount Marty University, number 13, Christian Berry.
Actually, no, 3 go to the pitcher. 3 pitcher. Ready, 2-1-2.
Novotny deals show bunt from Berry to start him off. In for strike 1.
No outs, man on first and second, a sac bunt.
We have even more action in the bullpen now. Max Coughlin heads to the pen. Also action in the Blue Dogs pen as that one is fouled down the line.
Unsure of who that was in the Blue Dogs pen. Didn't catch the number, but it looks like they're ready in the event that Seamson can't finish it in the 7th inning.
So after the Blue Dogs went through the past 2 innings scoreless to the Black Sox, Black Sox almost pulled away. But with 2 men on in the 0-2 count, Novotny gets in there for his first strikeout of the night on Christian Berry.
Ready, 2-on-2.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Huge first out for Dylan Novotny
Manny Wells.
as he sits down Christian Berry. Now faces Manny Wells.
1-on-1.
The deal to Wells finds himself ahead 0-1.
Like JR should be real. All right.
Novotny deals that one laced into left, and it's going to fall. Coming around third and scoring. The Blue Dogs have taken the lead. That one gets away. The Blue Dogs have doubled down.
Ready, 3-on-3.
The throw to third base just got away from the third baseman there.
Ready, 2-on-2.
And the Blue Dogs score 2 instead of the 1. They now lead 4-2 after a 3-run inning here. And still only 1 out. The Blue Dogs are cooking now, baby.
A hit and a throwing error leads to 2 runs coming in.
Ready, 3 on.
Black Sox starting to lose themselves.
Make sure your high nose points towards us. There we go, got you back 2. Still on you 3, still on you 3. Let's go
Now
2
batting,
1-on-1.
the right fielder from Buena Vista
We
University.
move on to Jake Butler. Butler 0 for 1. Struck out swinging and walked his last plate appearance. As the next one gets away from Azevedo.
Ready, 2-on-2.
Black Sox starting to press now.
Ready, 1-on-1.
So in what we thought could go to the bottom of the 7th, may only take the top if the Black Sox can't score in the top, as Butler fouls the next one back.
Ready, 3-on-3. Ready, 1-on-1. Yeah, we got that.
And the man on second in Wells with 1 away. Butler takes the 1-1 and flies it into the left side. Butler moves up to first. Manny Wells all the way down to third. The Blue Dogs cooking with gas now.
Ready, 3-on-3.
This is what we were waiting for. The Blue Dogs showed us all regular season who they are, and it took until the 6th inning for them to show it here. But show it they are.
We move back to TJ Silliman. Only 4 batters away from going around in the order. Started the inning with a Trace Mahacek walk. But Silliman takes strike 1.
Ready, 2-on-2. Ready, 3-on-3.
2 men on, first and third. Silliman in an 0-1 count.
1-on-1.
Takes that one the opposite way, back onto first. It's a double play.
Yeah, the runner on first had no chance there. The first baseman caught it and simultaneously stepped on the bag for a double play. So at the end of the 6th, the Blue Dogs lead 4-2 after a massive inning by the home team. Stay right here. We'll be back with 7th inning action from the Corn Belt League.
welcome back in here. Garrett Simpson looks to go the distance. Gordy Nuno. The final 3 outs here for the Black Sox. Nuno takes strike 1.
Simpson has pitched incredibly this game. He gave up 2 in the 3rd inning, but other than that, he's been darn near flawless. He looks to complete the game.
As the next one, is grounded back and foul. So Nuno comes in for Azevedo. Still stands as Heidenreich and Eklund. If we go in order, as the next one from Nuno over to first. Malone has got it for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Malone is everywhere today. A big play there, and then a big hit in that storm of a 6th inning. He's really contributing to this Blue Dogs team. One of many incredible players.
And we move on to Cody Heidenreich. He takes the first pitch for a strike. Simpson looks to go the distance. 0-1, grounded over to Washburn for the 2nd out. He's got it.
Good.
1 out away.
Great scoop at first base there by Malone. You saw he had that 1 error earlier in the game, and he has not had a scooping error since. He said, I'm locking in. This is my game, and he's proved it.
We move on to Aiden Eklund, the last chance for the Black Sox to keep their postseason hopes alive. Simpson delivers a first pitch strike.
Simpson is great on that first pitch. He's put it right in the middle for all 3 of these batters so far, and none of them have taken the bait.
Simpson 0-1, down low for ball 1.
The Black Sox need hits. If the ball's in the air, the chance is there, and that's what they need here to hopefully get a chance to tie this game.
It's 2-1 now to Eklund. Simpson needs 1 more out. Deals to Eklund, grounded over to 3rd. Washburn on to 1st. The Blue Dogs are moving on.
There it is. That's the number 1 seed we know and love. The Blue Dogs knock off number 8 Black Sox.
A huge comeback for the Blue Dogs, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, knock off the number 8 Cinderella attempt Black Sox, and they move on to the semifinals. They will play the winner of the Rail Riders and Filth Ballers here Saturday at 7 p.m. Any final thoughts from this one, Thomas?
You know, it was a great game. The Black Sox had an incredible regular season with a great offense, but unfortunately the Blue Dogs just came alive later in the game and absolutely shut them down. A great complete game by Garrett Simpson. He's going to be our player of the game for this one. He went the entire 7 innings, only allowed 2 runs, pitched almost perfectly. Yeah, it was a great game. Live up to the hype.
As you see the celebration there, the Blue Dogs are moving on. A great season for the Black Sox, really a team that battled all season, got that 8 seed. I feel like if the Black Sox weren't the 8 seed, this would be a much different matchup and a much different result.
I would agree. Give the Black Sox a team that's not as dominant as these Blue Dogs are, and you can see them make a run, especially with the offense that they have. But unfortunately, it comes to an end. They kind of ran into a powerhouse here. But great season, great game, and we look forward to seeing what the Blue Dogs can do next week.
The Blue Dogs move on. The number 1 seed is not knocked off. They avoid the upset. A great game all around tonight. The Blue Dogs coming back from being down 2-0, and that'll do it for our coverage here tonight. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight to the Corn Belt League Network, and we'll see you next time. we welcome you back in this time with audio. Thank you for tuning in to our post-game interview. Sam Whittaker joined alongside Garrett Seamson. Garrett, congrats on the complete game and the win. How did that 2-0 deficit really get to you guys, and did it when you were going through the game?
Yeah, it definitely did kind of get to us. I don't know, they had that timely hit, and what was that, the 4th inning or so, but it kind of did, yeah, like I said, it got to us, but we were just looking to scrap away, get some runs, and stay consistent, so yeah.
And what did your coach say to help you guys really come back from that 2-0 deficit?
You know, he kept, I don't know, usually what Coach Hasty does is he tells us, you know, don't play down to their level, you know, go get a win. But he knows we're the best team in the league, and we can definitely win this. But we gotta stay consistent and play make the routine plays. So.
And on to that best team in the league. How did it feel coming into this game with that #1 seed? There had to be a ton of pressure on your team. How did you guys adapt to it and go through this game?
Yeah, there was definitely some pressure, but we were looking to play our usual good baseball and limit the errors and get some timely hits, and that's what ended up happening. So.
Absolutely. And how are you and your team feeling moving on now to the semifinals?
We're feeling good. We're confident. You know, I feel like we're starting to hit the baseball at the right time of the season, and we're gonna go get this, go win the whole thing. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you joining me in, Garrett. Thank you, and congrats on the win. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll see you the next time. Have a great rest of your night.